We are requesting the League of Black Male Voters that President Biden execute this executive order before he leaves office. Today is December 3rd. This is the day after he granted a presidential pardon to his son. Executive order combating hate crimes, advancing equity, and establishing reparations for foundational Black Americans, American freedmen. And we're writing this as if he is submitting this executive order. By the authority vested in me as the President, by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered as follows. Section 1, Policy. The United States is founded on the principle that all people are created equal and entitled to live free from fear, violence, and discrimination. Recent data and reports show an alarming rise in hate crimes, discrimination, and violence targeting foundational Black Americans, otherwise known as American freedmen, whose lineage traces to individuals enslaved in the United States. These acts of violence and systemic oppression undermine the values of our nation. This executive order affirms the federal government's commitment to protecting foundational Black Americans by enhancing measures to address hate crimes, safeguarding civil rights, promoting economic equity, and establishing a lineage based reparations program. Furthermore, it ensures that any updates to federal hate crime protections for other groups, such as Asians, LGBTQ individuals, Jewish communities, or other protected classes, shall automatically extend to foundational Black Americans, freedmen, to guarantee equity and uniformity in anti hate protections. Section 2, Combating Hate Crimes. A. Federal Hate Crime Designation. Crimes targeting foundational Black Americans based on their lineage shall be prosecuted as a federal offense under the authority of the Department of Justice and in alignment with existing mandates under the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act 18 USC 249 and the COVID 19 Hate Crimes Act of 2021, Public Law Number 117 13. B. Tribunals of Local Freedmen Committees. Tribunals of local committees comprised of foundational Black Americans shall review and classify crimes as hate crimes. 2. All committee proceedings and decisions shall be fully documented to ensure accountability and transparency. 3. Once a crime is classified as a hate crime, charges cannot be reduced or dismissed in exchange for lesser charges. C. Automatic adoption of hate crime updates. Any future updates or additions to federal hate crime protections for other protected groups, including but not limited to Asians, LGBTQ individuals, Jewish communities, or others, shall automatically apply to the foundational Black American freedmen to ensure equal and consistent protection under the law. D. Federal Hate Crimes Hotline. The DOJ shall establish and maintain a national hotline dedicated to reporting hate crimes against foundational Black Americans, modeled after the framework of the Anti Semitic Awareness Act of 2019. E. Local law enforcement training. The DOJ, through the Community Relations Service, shall develop and disseminate hate crime identification and response training programs for local law enforcement as authorized under the Civil Rights Act of 1964, 42 USC 2000 G 1. Section 2, Public Education and Awareness. A. The Department of Education and DOJ shall launch public awareness campaigns addressing the history of systemic violence and hate crimes targeting foundational Black Americans, following models from the Asian American and Pacific Islander Community Hate Crime Awareness Campaign. B. The DOJ and FBI shall enhance data collection on hate crimes against foundational Black Americans and publish an annual report under the framework of the Hate Crime Statistics Act of 1990, 28 USC 534. Section 3, Federal Oversight and Coordination. A. Interagency Task Force. An interagency task force chaired by the Attorney General and including representatives from HUD, DOJ, and the Department of Education shall coordinate efforts to address hate crimes against foundational Black Americans and oversee implementation of reparation programs. Quarterly reports shall be submitted by the President. Budget and resources. The Office of the Management and Budget, the OMB, shall prioritize funding for programs established under this executive order. Section 4. General Provisions. This order shall not impair the authority granted by law to federal, state, or local entities, but seeks to enhance their ability to act effectively. And B, this order shall take effect immediately and be implemented to the fullest extent permitted by law. We're hoping that this will be signed by Joseph R. Biden, President of the United States.